Hello, sweet kids. My name is Wade. The words you hear are in my brain. Some people think that I'm insane, but I think I am funny. My story begins right here one night, as a couple was sitting in the dim evening light. Old Mater was thinking, Father was drinking, and don't forget Poppy just laying there stinking. What a lovely evening.
Yeah, probably.
A noise appeared. Did it come from the floor? No, wait, it was a knock at the front entrance door. Mater got up, that sweet dear old lass, while Father was sit there refilling his glass. I guess he just needed to rest his old back. There in the door stood a skinny young man, with a hat on his head and a pale whitish tan. He said that he had wrecked his van, but it sounded a bit funny. My goodness, good sir, what do you do here, all alone?
My car broke down,
He answered.
Could I borrow your phone?
Of course, my boy.
She said with a smile.
And please sit down and stay for a while. But Father was angered and said to Boy Dear,
This isn't a hotel. Get your ass out of here.
At that very moment he began to feel strange. A familiar sensation that led to a change.
Very well,
He said,
I will soon be gone.
but first there were some things to be done. What a lovely young man. The boy went upstairs and entered the John, and there he began putting his makeup on. You see, my dear children, this guy was a clown, and if there's something he hated, it was a face with a frown. That was the reason he had come to this town, to be funny. He put on his suit, he put on his smile. Indeed he was a jester with style. He wasn't a chicken, a wolf, or bunny. He was a manic clown, and it made him feel funny. In the room downstairs, everything was mute, except for old Stinky, who tried to be cute. Then a sound was heard in that very minute.
Must have been the air.
He said from his chair, as he pondered his drink and scratched through his hair. But Mater heard something. She knew it, she'd swear. But then again, she was easy to scare.
It's probably nothing. A mouse. Who cares?
Then a sound was heard from a room upstairs. The man was curious. His wife was shocked. And this time, I tell you, I know no one knocked. So the man got up and walked up the stair. It would have been better had he stayed in his chair. But then again, it's only fair. Or at least, more funny. He entered the room to see what it was that caused this disturbance and made such a fuss. Maybe a ghoul or a monster in gas? Or maybe something funny. He walked through the room, but wasn't on guard. Alas, he was hit by something so hard. And I must say, in that regard, it felt funny. I think it caused him quite some pain when I smacked his foolish little brain, like had he been hit by a train. But to me, it was so funny. The old guy fell and hit his head, but then again, he could instead have been stepped down and left for dead. And that wouldn't have been very, you know. Amusing. Why, oh why, had I come to this town and attacked him like this, dressed like a clown? To marry his queen and steal his crown? No, that would just have been weird. This old man's frown, what a horrible noun, had reminded me of a child that fell down. His given name was Billy B. Brown, and his life wasn't very funny. His daddy was drunk, and Mummy was dead. Shot by his daddy, yes, shot in the head. He held her hand as the carpet turned red, and he didn't feel very funny. Poor little guy, what a trauma to get. He couldn't help but get strange in his head. He lied there silent as a dead in his bed, feeling... Oh wait, he didn't. From then on, Billy was a sad little boy. He never felt pleasure, he never felt joy. But often he felt an urge to destroy, and that made him feel quite funny. His mummy had told him never to lie, and that's the reason he didn't even try to hide the fact that he enjoyed seeing his old man die, because it made him feel so funny. So Billy was a person who enjoyed his crimes, and went on to repeat them many, many times, all the while making strange little rhymes. I guess that's the reason I find him so nice. Amusing. Oh, what a lovely story.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Step away from him! Bring it on, you old crow.
Ah! Oh! Ah!
Always save your best tricks for last. What the? And poor old Mater, she stand there so sad. But don't you worry, she will soon smile and be glad. See? Get in there, you freak! So this is where the story ends, both for me and my two friends. And even though she used her gun, I promise you, it was lots of fun. With love, the clown.